Hola, ¿qué tal? Thanks for watching. So, yesterday I put something on LinkedIn and there was like a lot of reactions and I'm very happy about it. So I decided to make a video explaining exactly how I managed to do this dynamic chart type I'm showing here, in which depending on the numbers selected on the slicer, it will completely like switch to a different chart. And not only that, but it will display all the ones that you have selected, but also would show like an others category, summing all the other ones that you haven't selected. Okay, so we'll break down into two videos. In this first one, we'll figure out how to make this others category, and in the next one, I'll explain how to do this chart switching thing. Okay, so let's do it. Okay, wait a minute. Here. Okay. Here we have the final solution. Just to show you one more time, if you have one selection, it will show you just the pie chart, or two also. But I mean, when you show a new one, then the other group becomes smaller. But from the third one, it switches completely to another chart. It is really another chart. And but once you go to up to 5, it's still here. And then when you click the sixth one, here it switches to a table. You see this, it's not perfect. I know it's not perfect, but it's close to what I wanted to achieve. If you just select one, you go back to the other one, okay? So as I was saying, how do we make this order appear here if it's not in our list? Okay, so I'll try to go step by step. I'll keep this open in case I don't remember exactly how I did it, okay? So anyway, here we have an extremely simple Contoso data set, just product sales date, that's it. And we want to play with manufacturer, okay? So this is a manufacturer, comes straight from the product table. But as you can imagine, we're not gonna group things or anything to make an others category because we don't know exactly what will be selected and what will not. So I'm getting some inspiration as usual from Alberto Ferrari's videos. In one of these top N plus others video that he has, I learned that first thing you need is a table with that row. Okay, so we'll do that, and I'll do that from tabular editor just because. Okay, so first of all, we need to calculate a table which contains all the manufacturers plus a new row. Okay, we'll call this manufacturer. Where is it? Manufacturers, or the dimension, I guess it should be manufacturer. Okay, the expression is pretty simple. We'll make a union. Oh wait, this is way too small. Let me make that a bit bigger. Okay, now union of, and now we just need the values over manufacturer of product. Yeah, that is our first argument. And the second one is just we need to set it as a table, so we'll put this braces here and we'll put others just in case. Okay, see if that goes fine. Okay, we'll save it and we'll have a look. Oh, we can have a look here as well. View data. Okay, it's not showing anything. Oh, I think when you create tables, sometimes you have like to recalculate from the other side. Exactly, that's what is happening. Okay, sorry about that. calculated in a manually refresh. Okay, let's do that. Let's see, we can finally see. Okay, so now we have all our beautiful manufacturers and the others at the back. Okay, we'll bring that here. Okay, I'm messing things a little bit. Sorry about that. Okay, let's forget about it. Okay, now comes the tricky part. Now, so we need for our charts, we'll be using this manufacturer table because we want this others category. All right, but we want also to affect the other one. So next thing would be really to build the model with our new table. What are we supposed to do with this our new table? I'm not sure if it's gonna pick up. No, didn't draw anything. See that there's a calculated table. I didn't know that. Now it makes it dark outside. Anyway, so here's our manufacturer and we'll connect that with the other manufacturer. So basically anything that you filter here will filter there, will filter the sales. So we can calculate sales amount on this table and we'll get the correct value. But for others, of course, this is not going to happen. So we need to do something. Okay. So how can we do that? I would say probably the best approach would be to make DAX query. Okay. In this DAX query, we'll put, okay, what are we going to put there? We'll put evaluate. What else? Wait, a small font again. Evaluate. Now we'll put a calculate table because we're going to put some filters to see if that really works. And what we're going to do here is we want to add a column, add columns to our manufacturer table. Okay. And in this sense, which is going to be like sales amount. And here we'll have to put a measure, which we don't have yet. Let me just quickly create it. So we can include it here. We can create a measure. We're going to call it sales amount manufacturer. Okay. So here we put the expression. No, not this one. I don't see anything. Oh, where is it? Sales amount manufacturer. This is the one. Okay, we haven't yet defined anything for that. So we'll include this measure on the top so we can make the definition and see step by step if it works as expected. Okay, and we have calculate table, but we require something more. Oh wait, we need a definition for this. Okay, we'll just put nothing for the time being. And so here to see if this really works, we'll pick up a couple of manufacturers from the product table. Very important. Is that correct? Yeah, because that's really what our selection will do, right? Because the slicer will come from the product table. So treat as. Now we put a couple of names here. So here I'll copy because it's not just Contoso, it's Contoso Ltd. Oh, why is manufacturer here? Contoso Ltd and just another one like, I don't know, leadwear. I don't know if it puts the name up. How it puts the name of the table? That's weird. Okay, I don't need it. Okay, so we have these two values, and these are supposed to be coming from our product manufacturer. Where is it? I don't see it. Here it is. Alrighty. Okay. Let's just evaluate once, see what happens. Okay, so we have everything, even our others. Can we make it bigger here? No? Okay, whatever. It is here, okay? So, and now we'll start to make it. We'll start to make this measure. First of all, we'll need to check in which row we are, right? So we'll make a first variable, which will be selected manufacturer. It's very long. Which will be selected value from our wait, in this case, yeah, we're talking about now the visual, right? So it's our manufacturer from the manufacturer table, which because we want to know when we are in the others, all right? So that's why we do it this way. That's first thing. Then we'll check a lot if we are in the others or not in the others. So we'll just store that in a variable as well. Is others, for example, and it's just very easy. It's like selected manuf equals others. Yeah, it is either true or false. We can just return a quick result just to check that we're on the right path. Is others, for instance. If I evaluate this, okay, so false, 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 false until I get it true. Okay, so far so good. Now it gets a little trickier, right? Because first we need to get a couple of values. One is like the total, like if we, so what we'll need. So what is the sum of all manufacturers, selected or unselected? Then we'll get the value of the selected ones, and then we'll calculate the others, like one minus the other. Sounds easy, but you need to be careful. So total manufacturers, this is, of course, it's a calculate expression over our sales amount. Now, let's think of our model, right? We have our sales, then we have our product table, and then we have our manufacturing table. I have manufacturers table. And both will be at play in our visual because the slicer will come from the product, but the visual itself will have the manufacturer column, all right? So we need to remove filters from both of them, yeah? And let's do that. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but at least that worked for me, so I'll just stick with my route, okay? So this is from a product manufacturer, and also I'll just format that very quickly, okay? And then manufacturer. Oh, but I need to remove filters again for this one. Filters of the, oh, no, 82, okay, whatever. Manufacturer. Okay, okay. Let's format that because it's way too long. Very nice. Okay, this is the total of totals. This maybe is the easy one. The other one is a bit trickier because we want all that of the selected ones. Yeah, the sum of all the selected ones on the slicer. How much is it? Yeah? So in this case, how can I call it? I selected, I already did. It's not really, it was bad. Well, whatever. We'll call it slicer manufacturer. Yeah. Oh, wait, I think I can like rename things here, right? How is that supposed to work? Like here I say No, maybe I need to change it in the main expression, right? Still trying to learn all the cool stuff. Okay, I'm pretty sure I saw like a renaming thing from, we'll just call this menu. I will put this here. Okay, so I can call this selected menu. Okay, so for this one, I'll just do it here. Calculate of our sales amount. But now let's think about it. So for the product manufacturer column, we need to reach that mysterious shadow filter context, which is all the values that reach the visual. Okay, but we don't really want to pay attention in which line are we, right? Because this should be like the same value throughout. I mean, it's just a value for us. So we still want to remove the filters from the manufacturer column. All right. So we'll do that doing all selected here for product manufacturer. Yeah. So what are all the values that reach the visual from this column? And now for the other one, just forget in which line we are. Remove filters from manufacturer. All right. So now we have the selected. So the 2 or 3 or 5 that you selected, this is the combined amount for those. Okay, we're getting closer. So now, what is the others value? And this is other value, other menu to keep the naming convention is actually, no, this is a total menu minus selected menu. All right. Yeah, this looks easy, right? Okay, so far so good. But now we need to tell DAX when to show each value, and that is also we need to be careful. We'll call a result thing. Okay. Okay, sorry about that. Let's see. If okay, so we have different situations. Actually, it's like 3 different things. It could be that we are either in a manufacturer of the real manufacturer, so to say. We can be either in the others, or we can be at the total. Yeah, we need to control all these 3 things. So instead of an if, we'll put a switch, which is always a bit better when you have several conditions. And we'll do with true. Alrighty. And then the first condition is not is in scope manufacturer. So if this column is not in the scope, it means we're in the total. Okay. So in this case, we'll put the total menu. Okay. Now, next possibility. Is others? Is other, where is it? What's the name of the variable? Is others. Okay. I don't see anything. Okay. Is others. In case we're in the others, the value is other menu. Now, if it's either of those cases, we are in a regular manufacturer, in which case we need to show the sales amount for that manufacturer. Okay, that's our switch statement. And we need to remember to return this as the value of the measure. Okay, let's have a look. So here we selected Contoso and Leadware, and we're getting value for this, and this. Okay. For the we'll do the validation in Power BI, because then we'll see the total, which is very important. It's like the total shown is it the good one or not? So we're now gonna go to this is our DAX query. So this measure is still not like, it's not for real, so to say. Huh? So we'll just copy this and we'll make a DAX. Where is it? DAX script. So now we execute this and we apply directly. Okay, whatever. Go ahead. Now this is already in sync. So if we go back to our model, here we say our sales and manufacturer. And if we go to the view, we should be able to see the definition. Okay, so far so good. And now we need to see if it works. So we'll just pull a table. Now, very careful, we need to use the column from the manufacturer table. So we get the others. And here we put the sales one. Okay, so here we see the others is 0. Maybe we don't want to see that, right? Because it doesn't make much sense. Maybe we can fix that. I didn't do that in the first version, but we could easily switch that. Where is it? If others menu equals, oh, we don't see anything now. If this equals 0, then blank. Oop. Otherwise, other menu. Okay, let's see if that makes a trick. We need to execute again. Okay, let's see what happens. Did it work? Oh, it's gone. Beautiful. Okay, so, oh, maybe it's that way too small, right? Let me make it. Well, maybe I can do something with the page size as well. Or if we just go like, I don't know, 700. Okay, maybe too much. Well, that's fine. Just move this here, here, and maybe the, we can just change that to 400. Okay, now much better. So you see Northwind Traders this plus this, we get this value, but if we select 2 of them, the total is the same and the others has decreased the exact same amount. Fabricam and so on. Okay, it's calculating. Okay, you see Contoso. So it works. So now, of course, we can have our 3 charts. It would be like the table one, and I don't know, I made like 3 of them. Control C, Control V, and we could start playing with what is the best visual for each amount. I can make a pie or a donut. Yeah. And the other one, I don't know, it's recommended to use like waterfall chart for comparing like part to the total, which kind of makes sense. Of course, it makes it difficult to read the categories, so there is some recommendation to use like a vertical one, but you don't get that with a native visuals. So anyway, so here we can see how all of them evolve when you select more and more items. And in the next video, we'll see how can we make this, like, you know, this switching effect, so that one disappears, the other one appears, and it looks like the chart has like just moved. Okay, but we'll move that in the next video. So thanks for watching. Bye-bye.